Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. And indeed, it is a brand new day. I have not gone out walkies. Oh boy, but I did take a shower. So there is that. You know, whether I take it at night or at morning, in the morning, it is a bit of a wear and tear. So I'm going to be going out walkies later. And I have been outside. I went to the community center. I took out some of the recycling. And I talked to the people. Tomorrow at noon, they're going to run me over to my storage unit because I got the great big old box that my computer still came in. And I'm minor league overwhelmed by just stuff that I do accumulate. I've tried to live minimalist. I've slowly been non-minimalist. And now I'm just overwhelmed by stuff. It's not even a lot of things. I mean, I've got like a fan thing that I had in the window that I've been meaning to take to the storage unit but haven't been able to. So that needs to go. I've got the big old box. And then there's a bunch of little things that I want to put into like a Walmart bag. And then that's it. But with my heel spurs, yeah, that works. The bone spurs on my heel, it is so hard to walk. And just the computer box alone is gigantic. I wouldn't be able to carry anything but that just because of its unwieldy size. So they're going to give me a hand tomorrow. We're going to run me over there. I'm going to drop my stuff off in the unit and then come on back. And that'll be good. With therapy in the morning, it is going to be in the afternoon before I'm going to be able to do any recording of anything at all, vlogging or anything tomorrow. But it will happen. Yay! That's a good thing. I think so. Definitely a thumbs up. Hopefully your day has gone well. My day is gone, but hopefully your day has gone well indeed. And if it hasn't, or if it's only gone mediocre, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's trite to say, you know, things will get better, but if you remember that if things are bad and awful, that part of the reason things are bad and awful is you're looking through the lens of that. And part of the equation that makes the sum be bad and awful, when you take those glasses off and you see what's left, it was never a valid equation at all. But what's hard to move those glasses off. I mean, trust me, I have been clinically depressed my whole life. And I've had to deal with trying to keep those glasses up. But they slide down so easy, and when they get snugged back in place, it's so hard to tell that they're there. So I'm not saying, oh, it's easy to do. No, it isn't. It takes work and it takes self-awareness. And self-awareness is hard. I mean, take a look at the world. How many people are so absolutely, completely oblivious? And I don't mean in a, oh, they're not paying attention to politics. No, I mean like walking along through a store, getting interested in something and just stopping and having everyone behind them having to come to a crashing halt so that they don't run into this person. Absolutely zero self-awareness. So it's a thing that's hard to do and hard to maintain. I mean, I've talked with my therapist about other parts of life that are hard to maintain, which, well, it contains at least a kernel of being self-aware. But it's difficult to do. Oh, yes. It was when I'm feeling bad and depressed, I have reached a point that I can usually, not always, but usually tell if it is endogenous or exogenous. I'm trying to remember the exact scientific words for it, but basically it's pressures from without that are causing it, or pressures from within that are causing it. Because I have biological depression. It's in my genes. It happens. That's the way I was programmed, the way I came up. But the outside forces are, well, you've got, I'm not feeling good, or I've got my heel just agony because of bone spurs. These are outside. Well, that's kind of an inside force, but hopefully you know what I mean. Mental forces. I blew that one entirely. I do have at least a few things written over here. 2 of them, to be precise. One of them is, yeah, they wore me down, my ISP. And the difference, I mean, it's night and day. Because when I was uploading at the lowest tier that I was paying for, it would take an hour and a half because the speed was capped at 3.6 megabits per second. And with a 1.5 gigabyte to 2+ gigabyte file to upload, it takes forever. And that's by design, because they want you to pay for the higher tier. Sure, the lower tier is good. It's really good. Except for that one thing. And that thing will grind you down if you have to do any kind of uploading. And it did. And the difference? Well, a file that would have taken an hour and a half was finished uploading almost before I could get the title written down. It was fast. Almost, maybe even exceeding the speeds. Well, actually, I think it exceeded the speeds that I got over on 2nd Street when my housemates were mostly, until the end, paying for we had cable through, oh my God, because it's been so long since I've been there, Comcast. There was cable service through Comcast, and it was fast. It was the unlimited service, but this was fast. So I mean, I'm going to be paying for it. Technically, it's only like a $15 or so increase. And while the technical cost for the lowest tier was $48, after fees and taxes, it was close to $70. Well, this is higher, so it's, if not 100, mighty close to it, even though the actual cost of it is half that. Yay. Still though, as I said yesterday in about various things, I need to lose weight, so having less money to spend on food means I'll be eating less food. And my problem is, I don't eat because I'm hungry. I eat because I want flavor. I hate having to eat. I wish I could just have like flavor tablets. I have a little tick that's been driving me crazy right here in my lower eyelid. So if my eyelid starts twitching hard, it's driving me absolutely insane. But still trying to remember what I was talking about. Oh yes, food. So hopefully I'll be able to eat less garbage because I'll be able to not afford it. Able to not afford it. I won't be able to afford it. And more good stuff. Even though to some degree trying to eat good stuff, I mean, you need to eat good stuff, but I'm desperate in a couple of ways. I don't know what to do. I have been anemic my whole life. This isn't about anemia, though. I have been anemic my whole life. I have tried taking iron tablets, and my blood, iron, and such status never moved. I have always been anemic, and I don't have pernicious anemia or any horrible life-threatening thing. It's just I have low chronic anemia when, of course, one of the side effects, yeah, I guess, side effects is your red blood cells are too large and they are too packed with hemoglobin. I mean, it sounds good, but they're overly packed, and that's not good. They're trying to do a work and a half, really increased workload, and that can cause chest pains and such. So, oh boy. But we haven't been able to figure that out. But as well, low protein. And I have been eating not just one, several cans of beans daily, mostly because of fiber. But with that, beans are stuffed with their own protein as well. And I have been chowing on that. I eat chili with meat in it. I have been eating cottage cheese and yogurt like it's been going out of style. And I'm low protein. It's not budged. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep eating good things, of course. Beans with... I have to have them spicy. I mean, literally spicy. I have... largely it's pinto beans, such like that, but in a medium or hotter chili sauce. I really like heat in my food. Given that as well, I also buy dynamite hot chili, the hotter the better, and then when I can afford to buy, $6 for a bottle, I'll buy some kind of really good hot sauce. I mean, maybe, Tabasco, something like that. Or failing that, cayenne pepper. Failing that, I douse things in black pepper as well. So I have a lot of beans, and hopefully the fiber is going to help to keep me going. And I don't mean my bowels way. I mean fiber is really good for the rest of your body too. So, plus, again, as I stated, given the right stuff, beans are pretty good. I mean, they're not bad on their own. Depending on the dishes you may have been fed when you were younger, or if you are younger being fed now, you may rightfully think that beans are awful. Because someone like a 3-bean salad or something, I would not blame you for never wanting to eat another bean in your life. But when you get older, you do find that a lot of things do taste good. I mean, even when I was younger, I loved cauliflower, and I've read and heard so many people who hated it as children. Broccoli is awesome. I'm not going to tell you that things like Brussels sprouts or asparagus get good, because those are really niche flavors. But I will also say that if you get the right kind of asparagus cooked correctly, it's at least tolerable. So that's good that way. Oh boy, past that in my life, I have not had all that much happen. I have, because of my pain in my bloody heel that radiates up to and including my knee most of the time, I have not been able to do the things I want to do, like go out for a lot of walkies. And so I spend a lot of time watching videos instead of doing anything constructive, which today I am going to be probably will have recorded more Minecraft stuff, and I'm going to be using Bandicam and Audacity to do the sound instead of the way that my system wanted to do it. But that's okay. Definitely a thumbs up. Everything will work out. we're good. The only other thing I want to quickly talk about, if anyone, I don't want to do a secret word thing. That's really goofy anyway. I just don't feel like that today. So, how about, hey, if you like, comment, share, and subscribe, that would be awesome. Very, very cool. It helps with engagement, and engagement is good for the channel, and my channel needs all the help it can get. So, thumbs up and thank you. Just real quick, if you do care, and if you don't, then I'm very, very sorry, but just to help remind myself and such, is awful as my cryptids in my cryptid setting can be thought of, especially since they don't tend to think of human beings at all, and those that do tend to not have the best of intentions, and then there are those that have to devour us to survive, and so they do, with no care. And then there are those, like Nate Hunter, whom I talked about yesterday, who works within the cryptid network in a large insurance network, who was told that their idea, Nate's idea, had merit and they could try it out, but everything else was left to them. And so they got just an abandoned building on a street front and took that over. And as the cryptid that they were, you can still deal with human beings. They were a human-type cryptid, but they really only would attract the people that would want this kind of service that he was providing. And the kind of service that he was providing, of course, is he would save them from their future, and he would relieve them from their past. And when he would explain how that he would devour them, when he explained how, instead of being horrified, the response is, "You can do this?" Joy. And so, he devours them. He does not do this because he wishes to. They have to be of this type. They have to willingly consent. This is the only reason that he would even do this. He likes people, but he wants to help those who have that pain behind their eyes. And only those with that pain seek him out. Now, in the cryptid network and such, they had some faith that it might get 5 or 10 policies in a year. But Nate got so much business that he actually had to ask for a full and complete office and an assistant, because so many clients he was bringing in and getting a policy that he was getting even fatter than he was. And it's hard for a cryptid to get fat. And Nate, as the kind of cryptid that he is, he looks like he weighs between 300 and 350 pounds at all times, even when he's at the peak of health. That's just the way he looks. And he has a little mustache. He's balding with a thinning comb over. He wears a not plaid. It is one of those checkered yellow and brown suits with brown shoes, and he sweats pretty heavily. But even though, he is pretty sweaty, he never gets damp, and he never smells bad. In fact, the only thing you'd ever notice you'd have to really smell for is a faint, pleasant sent. Thund. That was a weird little pause there, wasn't it? My apologies. I meant to say and. And he is the kind of cryptid that exudes the air and aura that when you first see him, you may think, well, he's got some weight on him. But in 15-20 minutes, he's just Nate. And Nate is a good guy. So thumbs up on that. And yeah, he just carefully keeps all the files, carefully keeps everybody's belongings filed and tagged, cross-referenced. Makes a lot of money. So gets his office, gets an assistant. Definitely a thumbs up. Anyway, though, if you are a patron, thumbs up and thank you so very much. The help is great. I can English. I'm just having so much troubles trying to control my body. You are beautiful and awesome people. Definitely a thumbs up. You help me out, and it is appreciated to no end. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at you. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at somebody who is beautiful and awesome. And if you've left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you so much. That too is appreciated to no end. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up or heart every comment that YouTube will let me. And I answer every comment that my nerve compression will allow, which is not as many as I would like. Nowhere near as many as I would like. Life is fun. And I am going to try and do what I need to do today, as well as get that Minecraft video done. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I want to start reactions soon. Very soon. Hopefully I'll be able to do them correctly, as in get the audio and stuff all synced up properly. That's all I'm talking about, no fear. Now I can't remember what I was talking about, so I'll just say, hey, I hope you can get done what you would like to get done. If not, please don't beat yourself up. You deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Ah, that tick in under here, just my eyelid twitching, driving me absolutely nuts. It doesn't even itch, it just twitches. And yeah, I'm using the tablet because I wouldn't be able to get the shot of all of this stuff using the webcam. One of those mobility, tablet being portable issues. So, once again, when I'm in front of there and just doing a regular facing the vlog and talking, which I don't want to do all the time, then yeah, webcam time. So, you take care. Talk to you later.